Hi everybody, my name is Jaden.
My name is Eli.
I'm Jason.
And I'm Caden.
And we are the Yahoo and the Torah channel. And one day we're going to get this intro dialed in, and we just could not figure this one out. We have our precious Nicole. She's over on the other side. She's here today too. I'm sure she says hi somewhere, but we are doing what we always do, which is celebrating Yah's, just his love for all of us and the amazingness of our Creator. And every single day is another day that we should praise Him, we should worship Him. And Eli, give me a couple of blessings that you have not given me before. What are you happy? What are you glad? What are you blessed with Yah about? What are you thanking Yah for today?
Well, the sun, because we have solar power and we got power today.
Yeah, we ran out of juice, so we didn't have any juice. So
Thankful for the grass. Our cows have grass to eat.
yeah, grass to eat. We actually have, it's like free food, but it's a lot of work. You got to labor it up and do it. But yeah, absolutely. Jade.
I'm thankful that we woke up today. Everyone woke up today.
Yeah, well, I guess we're all alive. That's good. Next.
I am thankful for our dogs. They can be a pain, but they're also a blessing. They also bring a lot of happiness into the house.
They do bring a lot of happiness, and they also bring a lot of strife. Nicole, what do you got? She's over there. I'm putting her on under the bus.
I'm thankful for our YouTube family.
She's thankful for our YouTube family, if you didn't hear. All right, so I am thankful for Yahuwah's amazing designs when it comes to human bodies. For the last couple of weeks, I've had mangled hands, and I was set for, I don't know, a couple weeks ago. I don't even know how long ago that I got my hands bit. But I discovered that brushing your teeth with 2 fingers is extremely hard as you're sitting there jamming your toothbrush into your gums, trying to make this one happen. I felt like I felt very helpless. And as I am learning and trying to adapt with less fingers, on the first day it happened, I literally had 2 fingers left, one on each hand. And as I sit there and fumble around for like the last couple of weeks, and everything's better now, all praise to Yah. But I really, really appreciate the way the hand is set up. You have 4 fingers and you have a thumb, and you have fingerprints at the end for your grips that you can feel things. We can touch hot, we can touch cold, we can figure this out. And I just got to thinking, if as I'm dealing with the injury, if I have 2 fingers, or if Yah had given us 3 fingers and a thumb, how clumsy we would be, and how amazingly articulate we are based upon His designs. And I cannot find a single design that our Creator has done that there's something flawed. I cannot find a single thing that I would say, oh, well, if I only had 1 more finger on the side of my hand, or my nose is up above my eyebrows or something. There's nothing like that. Everything that we have, it has been designed from our bodies all the way to our animals, all the way to nature, to the sun coming up and the moons, and not the moons, but the moon. And it's all amazing. I find it is extremely amazing that our Creator loves us so much that He put us in a giant planetarium. That's not planetarium. What is that? A terranium. Terranium is the word. He put us in a giant terranium. And this is where we're meant to be. And so, yeah, I'm very appreciative of Him, and that is the blessings I have. So much love to our digital family out there. I thank you guys very much for spending this time and hanging out with us. And we are diving into this. And before I go too far in here, we haven't really fleshed this one out, but we are up to, that's Leonidas, Leo, saying hi. He says hi to everybody. And so we haven't fleshed this one out, but Commandment 52 is all of Leviticus 11. And so we are trying to, we will figure that all out, get that all nice and neat and tidied up in there, thanks to Nicole. She is our great receptionist here that does all this stuff for us. And yeah, so we are 52 commands, and the last one, the 52, had a tremendous amount. The bottom line is we need to obey Yahuwah's dietary laws. All right, so with that, we are actually, I got rid of the BLB today because we didn't have any internet, we didn't have any power, we didn't have anything. So I started with this, and let's see, where am I at here? 12, right here. And so I wanted to, this is the Septuagint, and this is the Greek Septuagint, and Kindle is kind of a janky program, if you ask me. But this is a real short chapter, but there is some stuff we should probably discuss. And so let us begin. Gentlemen, how you doing?
Good.
Everyone okay?
Yep.
And no problems?
Nope.
I don't think so.
No issues? Cage, you took a flying leap already this morning?
It was just...
Banged his knee all up?
Normal normal wear and tear on humans, on jungle farm life.
Yeah, the cows broke out this morning. We had to go find them, and then Cade was fencing stuff up, and I guess he flew into the fence or something of the sort. So, but they're still on their land. Yeah, they didn't run too far. They just ran to another part of it. Okay, so let's begin. Leviticus 12. And Yahuwah spoke unto Moshe, saying, Speak unto the children of Yashrael, saying, If a woman have conceived seed and born a male child, then she shall be unclean 7 days. According to the days of the separation, for her infirmity, she shall be unclean. Now, when I read that this morning and then I tried to read it, it didn't make any, I don't understand. I understand how I don't know. Okay, here's my problem. I don't understand how a woman can conceive. Wife's laughing at me. I don't know how a woman can conceive a seed. Is my problem.
Mine doesn't say that.
So what does yours say?
I'll read verse 2. Speak to the children of Yashrael, saying, When a woman has conceived and has given birth to a male child, then she shall be unclean 7 days, as in the days of her monthly separation. She is unclean.
Okay, so that sounds better, and the Septuagint, I don't know why I'm sticking with the Sefer, but I am. And so in the Septuagint, and the Lord spoke unto Moshe, saying, Speak to the children of Israel, then thou shalt say to them, Whatsoever woman shall have conceived and born a male child shall be unclean 7 days. She shall be unclean according to the days of separation for her monthly courses. All right, now I don't want to get into too graphic or too details of this course, but what is the monthly courses is obviously the cycles, right? We're dealing with it, and the boys are all turning blush red.
You're not going to hear a lot from me this episode. You're not going to hear.
Yes, we should. Okay, now this is about a male being born, right?
Okay, I do want to say that. Okay, we're going to read this next one on when he gives birth to a female, and then I'll explain.
Okay, so when it is a male, she is unclean 7 days. There's the sevens again, right? Everything that Yah has is cycles of 7. Right, and we're getting into kind of a debate on another channel we have that we're talking about. People think and believe that you can pick. The question was, if somebody works 6 days a week and they celebrate the 7th day as a Shabbat, even though it's not a Shabbat, is that wrong? And yeah, the answer is yes, absolutely. We have to be on our Creator's calendar. It's in cycles of 7. Its jubilees are 50. If you are taking a year cycle, let's just take for instance, if you're taking a year cycle and you cut off a few days to create a new year, when you are to the jubilees or when you're to something else, you're missing days, right? And so this is why we have to get this right. So if you are a lunar calendar keeper and you have a week that splits in half, you are out of the cycles of 7. And none of that makes any sense at all. It talks from the very beginning. And there were no Saturdays, right? There's no such thing. The argument was coming up that, you find it somewhere that the Saturday is what it is. And it's not. The word Saturday is pagan, right? There was no such thing as Saturday. There was 7th day. Nowhere ever. And there's no such thing as Aviv and Tammuz and all these month names that are all pagan out of Babylon, right? And so we have day 1 and through day 7. Cade, what'd you have?
On this, it's like if you were going to celebrate it when you want, that's like taking someone's anniversary and saying, why don't we just make it 2 days later? It wouldn't work, right? It wouldn't be as special. And that's what Yah wants, is he wants his days to be special. He wants them sanctified. If you say, I'm going to celebrate your birthday 3 days before your birthday, it's really not your birthday. It doesn't feel the same as when it's actually your birthday.
But on top of that, there's only one day that is blessed. And it might feel good in your heart. You might think that you're onto the right track. But there is only one day that is blessed. And if you are wrong, then you're missing out on the blessings that Yah is going to deliver. All right.
And the way to know that they were celebrating the 7th day, Shabbat, on Saturday, was that if you look back in historical texts, you don't have the day Saturday. You don't hear that they were on Saturday they rested here on Shabbat. But if you see that they changed this Shabbat, everyone was worshiping on Saturday. And then until the Catholic leader, I forgot his name. I don't know if anyone remembers it.
Constantine? Was that the guy? He wasn't a Catholic leader, but
one of them changed it back in the day in 321.
That's Constantine.
To Sunday. He's like, this will be the day of rest instead.
And it's Sol Victus. And so if you're like, your argument is based upon Saturday and Sunday, it's not Saturday. Our 7th day happens to fall up on a 7th day on the Gregorian calendar on a Saturday. So that's what it is. All right. So back to this. We're in cycles of 7. So and she's unclean for 7 days. All right. Let's read on to the next thing. And in the 8th day, the flesh of his foreskin shall be circumcised. And she shall then continue in the blood of her purifying 3 days. She shall touch no hallowed thing, nor come into the sanctuary until the days of her purifying are fulfilled. All right, now I'm trying to get my head wrapped around this, guys. What does it say? So she's
unclean for 33 days after she has the child circumcised.
But before that, she's unclean for 7 days. The 8th day, she circumcises the child. It says she on this one right here. So, and then after that, she's unclean for 33 days after she circumcised. So I think she was like on the way to being clean on the 7th day, right? Is anyone with me?
Yeah.
So mine doesn't say she on the third verse.
I need Nicole up here.
And
what do you got?
And on
Want me to explain this?
Please come up to the microphone.
So after a
We're a bunch
woman-
of dudes. We don't know what you're saying here.
After a woman gives birth, she continues in her cycle for like 30 days.
What does that mean? Hey, can you come to the mic and tell us this?
I just told you what it means.
Okay, she says they continue in their cycle for 30 days. I don't understand that.
I don't either. I'm blown away.
I've never knew that.
So
we're
this is
working
my
through it.
version of number 4. Then she shall remain separated 33 days to be purified from her loss of blood. She shall touch no hallowed thing, nor come into the court of the sanctuary until the days of her purifying are over.
So is it saying that she lost all the blood, or because she touched the kid's
She loses
blood?
blood for 30 days.
Oh, you're still bleeding. You still bleed out? I didn't know that. I didn't know any of this. I'm sorry.
This one might be rated a little different than the
Yeah,
last one.
I didn't know this. Okay, so I guess you bleed for continue on. So I guess after 7 days she wouldn't be clean, but she's able to circumcise the kid or something of the sort. All right, did we get that? Is that
Yes.
correct? Okay. Well, we learn something new every day, guys. All right. I didn't know this. All right, 5. But if she bear a female child, then she shall be unclean 2 weeks, as in her separation, and she shall continue in the blood of her purifying 66 days. So we have a 33 and a 66. And those are both, I won't want to say satanic numbers, but the demons and Luciferians love to hang out with 33, and they love their 66s. But this is interesting, right? So does anyone have any idea why you would be dealing with, why is it doubled with a female?
I
Anyone know?
assume because the naturally females are born weaker and they need more time with their mother of like actual.
What do you mean
nursing.
they're born weaker?
Born like they need more nutrients in their body.
What are you talking about?
That's
That's not true.
what I heard before. That's what
We're
you guys
discussing-
explained to me.
no, I don't
a
think
couple
so.
years back. You
No, I don't think
explained to
so. I've never said
I
that.
think it's because when Adam and Eve were created, and he didn't let her into the garden.
Yeah, I think you read this in Jasher Jubilees. Like because they did the same thing when since they basically had their birthing. He gave Adam a certain amount of days here, like the 40 days or something like that, and then he gave Eve the 66.
All right, so but it's interesting because a male is only 33 days, female is 66.
It's doubled.
It's double.
Just
Why?
like- it's just like when he created Adam and Eve, and he kept them out of the garden. He didn't let Eve in till double the time.
Right,
that he
when they
let
were
Adam
created, they were
in.
created outside of the garden. You read that in one of the books. Is it Adam and Eve, or is it Jasher Jubilees? Somewhere in one of the extracurricular books talks about that.
Yeah, but we don't know why it's double the time. Okay, because you're not circumcising a female, right?
Right.
It's only a male, so there's no extra blood there. I don't know. I have absolutely no idea.
Anyone who knows, let us know.
Yeah, if you guys know, certainly let us know. All right, so Septuagint, I'm moving it over here. Okay, 6. And when the days of her purifying are fulfilled, for a son or for a daughter, she shall bring a lamb of the first year for a burnt offering, and a young pigeon or a turtle dove for a sin offering unto the door of the tabernacle of the assembly unto the priest. Cade's still looking in shock. He's all upset about this whole thing. Cade, these are our family, right? These guys are our family. It doesn't matter where you picked up that information. He says he picked it up from us, but
I don't remember that. I do not recall. Do not recall.
I don't think there's a female's any weaker than a male. I think it'll all be
Well,
the
and
same.
I've never had a female, so I wouldn't know.
We'd have no ideas. All right, so anyway, don't look astonished, Cade. You'll be all right. All right, so anyway, and so what do we have here, guys?
She has to bring, after she gets cleansed, she has to bring like a sacrifice.
Right, so so the days of her purifying are fulfilled, so it's either 33 or 66 days. For a son or for a daughter, she shall bring a lamb of the first year for a burnt offering and a young pigeon. So you need to bring a lamb and a young pigeon or a turtle dove for a sin offering unto the door of the tabernacle of the assembly unto the priest. Now, why
Sin offering. I don't
why
know.
would she have a sin offering?
Because she touched blood, maybe?
She touched blood. She's unclean. I think that's what it would be. And so,
I mean, giving birth really isn't a sin, so.
But, it's just like
you're in blood.
So I guess you'd be
it's
unclean.
not like it's just a burnt offering, not a guilt offering. It's just like an offering to Yahuwah. It's like re-cleanse yourself.
Yeah, there's a burnt offering.
Yeah, there's two here.
So she has to do one. She has to do one for a burnt offering. Okay, why two different ones? Why not just one for the cleansing?
It's interesting as well that she brings a lamb. A lamb would be expensive compared to
it's still expensive having a child back then.
Yeah, it's real expensive. It's just not cheap. But look at it. I guess if you're really poor, you got the turtle dove. Right, so, okay. But it's either a lamb of the first year and a young pigeon or
a turtle.
A turtle. So I wonder if it's a lamb or it's a lamb, a pigeon, or a turtle dove. One of the
whatever
two.
She can afford, I think.
Yeah. So I don't know. Does she need a lamb and a pigeon?
I think she does because it says a lamb for a year old as a burnt offering and a young pigeon or turtle dove as a sin offering. So I think that she has to bring a lamb for the burnt offering.
Okay. Well, what happens if you can't afford a lamb?
Find the neighbor. See if
yeah,
he'll
the
hook you up.
pigeon ought to be able to cue one of those things in and grab one of the holes and turtle dove as well.
I think they had vendors for pigeons.
I'm sure they did. I'm sure Messiah Yahushua chased him outside with a whip as well.
I think he did.
He beat him up. All right, so 7. Let's read what that says. And let me look up top. Let's look at Septuagint. What it says. And when the days of her purification shall be fulfilled for a son or daughter, she shall bring a lamb of a year old without blemish for a whole burnt offering, and a young pigeon okay, so it's either a pigeon or turtle dove.
For the sin offering.
Yeah, so she needs a lamb regardless.
For the burnt offering.
Right, to the priest. And he shall okay, so 7. I like the Septuagint better, I think. Who shall offer it before Yahuwah and make an atonement for her, and she shall be cleansed from the issue of her blood. This is the Torah for her that has borne a male or a female. And if she be not able to bring a lamb, then she shall bring 2 turtles. 2 turtles. It must be turtle doves.
Yeah.
It says turtles there.
Sacrificing the turtles on the altar.
Yeah, I don't think so.
No, the turtles.
They're unclean. The turtles are unclean. That'd be sacrilegious. All right, shall bring 2 turtle doves. I think this separate.
Yeah, mine
jacked
says
us up.
turtle doves.
Or 2 young pigeons, the one for the ascending smoke offering and the other for a sin offering. And the priest shall make an atonement for her, and she shall be clean. All right, let's look at the Septuagint here. And 7, and he shall present it before the Lord. And that's the wrong translation of the Lord. That actually means Baal in Hebrew. And the priest shall make atonement for her, and shall purge her from the fountain of her blood. That's not good. Fountain of her blood. This is the law of her who bears a male or a female. And if she cannot afford a lamb, then she shall take 2 turtle doves or 2 young pigeons, one for a whole burnt offering and one for a sin offering, and the priest shall make the atonement for her, and she shall be purified. It's really small text, guys. I'm super sorry. I can't read that. Go ahead. What do you have?
I didn't have anything to say.
You had something to say?
I don't think I did.
You look like you did. Nothing?
I think I was reading along with you.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, that's it. We are probably not the most qualified to actually read this chapter. We do have Nicole, so thank you, Nicole, for the help on this. And Cade, don't worry, buddy. We're all part of the fam here, and I don't have anything else for this. There's no I mean, the commandment is nothing we can do. We can't. All right. So, I mean, what would you do? How would you fulfill this today's world?
I don't know. I don't know how you do it. You can't bring a sacrifice.
This should be super easy.
I mean, repent. You gotta repent, maybe.
Yeah, repent. We got Messiah Yahushua.
But where do you stay when you're unclean? How do you do the unclean part?
Well, that's I guess something for another day, because that is something we get into, is women's cycles and the separation of that, which it'll be an interesting topic for sure.
Oh yeah, and I think 3 needs to go under the command of the other circumcised child, and 8th day. 3 should definitely go under that. Yes, 3. Nicole, will you get? I don't know. I don't know if these are commands. I don't know if these should be commands or not.
It would be a commandment if you were in the land. If you were in the land and you had priests, this would be the commandment, right? And if not, I mean, you're still going to be unclean. Like a female would still be unclean probably 33 and 66 days, I would imagine, in the eyes of Yah. But this is something that you would not, right? Where does it say? You're not to, let's see, go into, nor come in, on verse 4, it says, nor come into the sanctuary. So you're not even supposed to go near Yah's stuff.
No, you don't have to do any kadosh things.
Yeah, and I mean, again, this goes to how does Yah view cleanliness? How does Yah view blood? And it's sacred, right? Yeah. Both of those are sacred. Blood is sacred, and cleanliness is absolutely sacred.
He obviously made it so it stays inside of us. So it would stay inside of us, and he doesn't. Like when it comes outside of us, it becomes unclean.
Yeah, well, yeah, we're not supposed to touch it. Life is in the blood, and it literally, how do we live? Our entire body, if we did not, we breathe in, and right from our lungs, it creates oxygen into our blood, and you know that's the process of life. And when we bleed out, I mean, nothing lives.
Right.
So. All right, well, I think that's it. Does anyone have anything? It was an odd chapter, but
Yeah,
it's only going to get more
odd.
odder.
Anybody who has anything on the under why the women would be out longer than the male child?
Yeah, that would be good to know. If any of you guys
anybody
out there,
knows.
let us know, and we would love to hear it. And yeah, much love to all the family out there. We value every single one of you guys. I know sometimes it gets a little goofy here. We feel a little goofy when we do this stuff because we're still trying to figure this stuff out. We are no experts in any of this. We've read through this a gazillion times on our own, but as far as reading it through to comprehend what exactly the commands are, we've never done that. So this is our first time of going through this and calculating the commands. So I would say for women that are coming out of birth, that are coming out of the birthing process, that you would be unclean 33 and 66 days. 33 for a male and 66 for a female.
What if they had twins?
What if you had twins?
What if you had a male child and a female
You'd
child?
probably have to double up the pigeons.
Or
I think
just do-
no, I think it'd just be full 66
Yeah,
days.
full
It'd be
66
full
days.
66 days, but you'd double. I would think you would double up the sacrifice. Would be my guess.
Maybe.
I mean, there's two things, and then what if it's the firstborn of the twin, or whoever the firstborn is? You would have to sanctify that, which is what we're still trying to figure out as well, how that exactly works.
Maybe they didn't have twins in that era or something.
Of course they had twins. What are you talking about?
That's a joke.
Jacob and
That's
Esau.
a joke. I know, but I feel like it should be something that's stated in there. Like, what if you have two kids? No context on that.
Yeah, there is no context on that. I don't know. I don't think you're going to be unclean any longer than this time set because it's all the same blood flow.
If you had two kids, I think you just do the normal time for if it's a male child or maybe two females.
Right. If you had a male and a female, then you would be 66 regardless.
Right. You'd do the male up to the.
You wouldn't be unclean, so you're literally like you wouldn't be able to go into the temple for a while. Right?
It's like over 2 months.
66 days is a long time.
It is a long time.
little
It's
over
an
2
interesting
months.
number too that we have, and
I don't know why that number either.
I don't know. Yah's numbers.
I feel like it's like the weird number. Like instead of like 77 days or something, he chose like 66. It's weird how he like kind of like
33 and 66. I mean, it's Yah's ways, man. It's unfortunate that the devils and demons have corrupted numbers and made all their numerology and done all that creepy stuff. So
Right, he had the numbers first, so.
yeah, Yah's numbers first. So all is good. Okay. Anyone have anything?
I got nothing.
read your Bibles.
Yeah, read your Bibles, pray, seek Yah in all His ways, and we will see you guys again. Much love to everybody out there.
All right,
Shalom.
shalom.